Act 3, Scene 2 of The Taming of the Shrew, Katherine and Petruchio's wedding day has arrived, but the groom is nowhere to be found. Baptista is dismayed. Katherine runs off stage in tears. At last, Bianca reports that Petruchio has been spotted, and a few minutes later, he comes on stage in cheap, mismatched clothes. The other men plead with Petruchio to change into something more appropriate, but he declines, wandering off stage to seek out Katherine, leaving Tranio and Lucentio on stage. The two now rehearse the details of their plan to win Bianca for Lucentio by having a stranger pose as Lucentio's father. Lucentio says he would rather just elope with Bianca, but Tranio urges him to bide his time. Gremio returns from the church and announces that the wedding is concluded. Petruchio's behavior was even more boorish than usual. Not only did he swear and drink excessively, but struck the priest who performed the ceremony and threw a glass of wine in the sexton's face. Petruchio declares that he and Katherine will be skipping the reception to tend to some urgent business. Katherine begs him to change his mind, but he insists on leaving immediately and threatens to fight anyone who interferes. A baffled Baptista invites the guests to enjoy the wedding feast even though the bride and groom are gone. Katherine continues to hold her own against her father and her groom. She's well aware that Petruchio is out to humiliate her. When Baptista complains that his son-in-law is running late, Katherine reminds him that she's the one who's been forced to marry Petruchio. Baptista, however, misses the point and thinks she's upset because she's been stood up at her own wedding. When Petruchio does show up, it becomes clear he's reached a new low in his attempts to break Katherine's will. His clothes, his behavior, and even the broken-down horse he rides into town on, an important symbol, are intended to humiliate his bride. Petruchio's outlandish actions at the church show his total disregard for anyone else's feelings, least of all, Katherine's. Baptista, whose top priority is to simply marry off Katherine, is happy in spite of the ruined celebration. He's so thrilled, in fact, that he starts to think about Bianca's upcoming wedding as well. When Petruchio and Katherine skip out on their own wedding reception, he invites Lucentio, Tranio in disguise, and Bianca to take the place of the bride and groom at the high table.